Leap users! Today we're going to add in a news module to our page. We already have a title here, so to add another module to our page, we go up to the top and click Add New Module. We then get two steps. Step 1 is a drop-down list of all the modules that you have available. Your list may look slightly different depending on which modules you have on your website, but the core modules are always the same. So let's select RSS, which also stands for news, and then click Add New Module. The module is then added to the page, and now we can start to fill up our news feed. Our RSS module is also a news feed, but it's called RSS. It's not hooked up to RSS. RSS meaning that you can get the news through different mediums like your email or Newsfire or different aggregates. If you do wish your news feed to be hooked up to RSS and have it be a true feed, email support or call into support and ask them and they can help you through that process. At its bare bones, it is just a news feed for your articles. So let's add one. To add one, we click Add Linked Article. And I have an article here that we're going to link to. Charles and Camilla were in Toronto for Victoria Day over the weekend, so I think we can link to them. Let's take our link and head back. Title is Reaction to Charles and Camilla Visiting Toronto Visit. Author is CBC, and this was posted on May 22nd. So we can go back to yesterday. Description is a reaction to Charles and Camilla's Toronto visit. And our link can be a link to that. Since it's a link to another website, I always advise that you click the Open in a New Window button. This description is kind of a little weak, so let's go back and see if we can maybe just copy a little bit of this in here. There we go. That's a little better. There we go. We're ready to add our article. Now, this is for adding an article outside of your own website. Remember, you can do all this with articles in your own website too. The only difference would be taking out this link and putting in / and the name of your page. For now, we'll do an external one and then we'll add in our own. All we have left to do is click Add Article Link. There's our article added. Let's leave out to take a look. Oh, there's nothing there. That is because by default, the RSS feed doesn't show anything. You have some configuration to do. So, make sure that you go into Advanced and set your configuration options. Let's make sure we have our date showing properly, and that we have our date shown, our title shown, our author, and our description. And then we can make our title shown. Then you also have the option of making all of these information different fonts and styles. Below that, you have the option to sort all of your news by a specific field, and then choose to sort it ascending or descending. The last two are separator options. I find it always really good to just put a breaking space in here. And a horizontal rule. Now we click Update, and once we leave that this time, we'll get something a little different. There we go. Now, how this turns out a little different when it's your own article, let's try that now. We can title it whatever we want. Visit Toronto. Author would be you, Tree Frog. And since it's today, we'll leave it today. Description is just a short description of your article. Charles and Camilla were just in Toronto for Victoria Day. And the link would be a link to the page that you're going to create at a secondary step, or a page that you've already created. Make sure you watch the video on how to create pages. Now notice in my URL string that I'm using, I did not use any spaces, I used hyphens. This is to make sure that your URL is read properly, formatted properly, and that it won't cause an error. If there's a space in the name of your URL, it could cause an error for someone. Now we click Add Article Link, and we now have 2 articles. Let's leap out and take a look. Once we leap out, we see we have reaction to Charles and Camilla Toronto visit, and we have our article, Charles and Camilla visit Toronto. Now, the last piece would be clicking on the link, and if this page had already been created, you would have your link to your article already. If not, you can always create the page at this time. To do so, type leap, and Mr. Wizard asks you to do the rest. Make sure that you've checked with TreeFrog on your specific configuration options for which skin you should use. In our case, we're going for the default skin. Also, you may have a template which could pull in pre-existing content from another page. Again, check with TreeFrog on your specific configuration options. We are not going to use one in this case, we're just going to click Add this page. Now we have a blank page where we can add in the rest of our article. We can format it however we need to. And there we go. Thanks for watching.